Bill and I have been together for 27 years. And when we first met, we were just two kids who had a love of the game. And I know our story isn't the typical ball player and cheerleader story, but it's ours and we're proud of it.
Yeah, I met BBW when he was a medical student. And I say BBW because his nickname was Billy Bob Warden. Now, I will say that he was a big talker. I was a big talker. I wasn't sure how that was going to work out because he liked to talk as much as I did, so there was no time for both of us to talk. But I do remember him as a student being a pretty smart guy, pretty hard worker. Then when he became a resident, I mean, the dude was just knowing everybody, right? I mean, he did this firework thing. He knew all these attendings by name, and I mean, he did all this stuff, and I just felt like he was the mayor of Crescent. And so I nicknamed him the mayor at that point. And I think he's probably still the mayor.
Dad is known for knowing everybody. Anybody you talk to knows Doc Warden, Bill Warden, Doc. He goes by many names, but everybody knows him.
As a person, Bill is nothing short of being an absolute great friend. He's always very outgoing and willing to help you out in any way, shape, or form, whether that be from after-hours medical advice with a sick kid to just general life advice.
I've known Bill probably about 20 years. He was my neighbor across the street. We didn't know each other very well then, but I have been really close with Bill and his family probably for the last 8 to 10 years.
Bill was a resident, and in his first year, he thought he was an attending. And he'd call doctors, and he's an intern, right? Or whatever. And he would call doctors and normally say, Dr. X, this is Bill Warden, I'm an intern. That's not really how it worked for Bill. He's like, hey Bob, this is Bill. I'm working over here in the ER. I got this to admit for you, which, was well ahead of his time, so he knew everybody personally before it was cool to know everybody personally.
We tease him all the time because he loves wearing sweats. I mean, he has nice clothes, but he wants to be comfortable. And so when we go out to dinner or something, he'll joke and say he's going to wear his nice sweats instead of pants or whatever else. But yeah, we always joke about his nice sweats, and yeah, that's hilarious. And everybody knows it. It's a running joke with everyone he knows.
He's just, he is the dumbest smart person I know. So we went on a family trip to Vegas, and he was just wandering around Vegas not knowing anything. So we called him Alan the whole trip. But one of my other favorite memories is, for some reason, every time finals ended, he was working at South, so I would pack up my car and go shadow him in the ER and spend the day with him, or we would go to the gun range. And that happened for multiple semesters, and it was just a nice reload after a tough semester.
My favorite memory with Bill was probably just this last fall when we were at an Oklahoma State game and he partied a little too hard and he went out to the lobby and proceeded to take an unscheduled nap, and the staff was hassling him about his mask, and I had to tell her, I said, well, he's not going to answer you. He's not going to put his mask on.
Every year Bill has this firework thing, and he would always invite us, and I really didn't know what it was about. And I thought, some people just come over and just shoot off a couple fireworks and whatnot. And so Bill's like every year, hey man, we're having this pig roast, we're having this fireworks, I got my fireworks, got my pigs. I'm like, okay, Bill. He's like, no man, you gotta come check it out. So I'm like, okay. So finally I go out. And when I show up, it's like 200 cars. People are everywhere. It's like the entire town is at Bill Warden's house. And so we go in, we're talking, we're having a good time. There's food everywhere, and he starts setting off the fireworks. And I'm looking around, and he's got a tractor out there, and he's got this big sprayer out there. I'm like, what is that for? He goes, well, just in case there's a fire. I'm like, bro, there's not going to be a fire. And, you know, he starts setting them off. He's got all this electronic stuff. It's not like you go out there and light it with like a little match. No, Bill's got this electronic stuff. And so he sets it off, and all of a sudden, one of the fireworks dumps over, and it hits the other firework, and it starts shooting across everywhere, and these fireworks are shooting. People are running around. It was awesome. And so anyway, that's one of my favorite things that I like to tell about Bill with his, you know, fireworks and all of his entertainment.
Probably my favorite memory with Bill would be when we went to London. We had such a good time. It was so fun, and we'd both never been before, so it was something we got to experience for the first time together. The whole trip was just amazing. When we went to Stonehenge, it was just crazy to see. And then Canterbury, I could have stayed there the whole time. It was so amazing, and the churches and just all of the architecture, it was so amazing.
Okay, something special that we share together is ganging up on Hannah. That's probably my favorite thing to do with Dad, is gang up on Hannah.
Bill has been an absolute positive impact on my life and my fellow coworkers' life, just in his ability to provide education and training to our fire department and ambulance personnel, and just the positive impact that he's had on all of us in leading a better life and showing how much of a true servant leader he is.
Bill, I'm super proud of you. It's been an amazing journey to watch you guys grow up, and you know, I remember you as a student, a little bit argumentative, but talked a lot. I also remember you as a resident, super hard worker, trying to get ahead, trying to work hard, and throughout your career, you've had multiple jobs, and you're always looking for something else and never satisfied, which if you ever get satisfied, you quit, and you never have. So I'm really proud of you for working hard and getting ahead and doing a great job.
I think if I could tell Bill one thing, it's that I'm very proud of him. I'm very proud that he's my husband. He is a great dad. He's been a great boppy for Rose, and I'm sure he's going to be the same for Charlie. We all love you very much, and we know the reason you work so hard isn't just for yourself, but for us also. And we appreciate you. I love you.
Bill, we thank you for everything you do. You've always been a great friend and coworker, and I just wish you the best and hope that your birthday is everything you hoped it would be.
Happy birthday. You're a great friend. You're a great friend to my family. You've been really good to us. You've been really, really great to my boys, like an uncle to them that they're not actually even blood related to. So we appreciate you and just want to wish you a happy birthday.
Happy birthday! We love you.
Just thank you for everything you've done for me. All of the opportunities I've had have been mostly because I've known you, because you know everybody, and I feel like I am going to get far in life just because I know you, and I know that I owe you for all of that, and just thank you for everything that you do for me all the time.
Thanks, Dad.